Yeah. And do you ever think about, I mean, do you think if you weren't on the show that you and Mike's relationship would have survived?
I think, honestly, show does put a huge impact because from being just a person who walks on the street, you become incredibly famous. So you cannot just even walk on the street because everybody recognizes you, want to take pictures with you, want to take part of you, have lots of questions. And it's a constant, it feels like, honestly, since I'm on the show, I don't know how other cast members, I recognize, whenever I go, I recognize. This is crazy how recognizable I am. And I don't know, I just have this look. I don't know why. They just come approach me, hi Natalie, oh we watch you, how are you, you know? And it's like different ages people, different how to say, nationality, totally different, totally like, and they all, the funniest part is 90 Days Fiance, it's a huge show because America is a country of immigrants. You're Irish, yes? So many women come to me and say, listen, my grandma, my grandfather immigrated from somewhere. They made it really hard. It was really hard on us. So actually the show, it's like internationally known. And it's certainly about like, you know, what I feel very special and blessed because honestly, one of the millions people who make international relationship work. Like you, I don't know who immigrated, your father or your mother?
No, it was like way back. It was like 3 or 4 generations of grandparents. They've been here for a long time, but you know, they always, my parents, they're always like very proud of being,
Irish.
you know, Irish, right? Irish. And my dad was actually, his family was Scottish side. So they're always like very proud of that, you know? So how soon after, I mean, I guess, you know, the season with you and Mike airs, right, of 90 Day Fiance. And then pretty immediately where you two started to be recognized, were you in Washington and you'd be out walking around your town and people would come up?
Yeah, it was crazy. The fame, I don't know, our couple spotted fame like really hard. It just, we couldn't even walk normally. Everybody recognized us.
But wasn't that must have been kind of a dream come true for you,
I mean,
right?
yeah, for someone maybe. I never wanted to be famous, like famous. I just wanted to like pay my bills, be able to survive. Let's be honest. Like I wanted to act, but the funniest part, a lot of American actresses and actors, they don't have as much audience as I do. They're not as even famous.
Yeah.
It's strange, honestly.
Yeah.
How it works, I don't understand. Like they have like 16,000 followers on Instagram. When I reality star, not even American, I have like
hundreds of thousands. Yeah.
340,000, like, which is like, what is the logic? You understand? Like it's.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What about his mom? I mean, is it still very contentious between the two of you?
Mom never liked me. At the beginning, she was nice to me. But after she said that I actually have my head in the cloud, and I will not end up good in US. She's like, she wished me like not a really good road. And I said, thank you. I don't know what else to say. I mean, but I think just she decent woman who wants a decent girl, not without any ideas and dreams that she cannot afford and she cannot persuade. And in her head, you have to like have normal life, like something that keeps food on the table and be able to answer like to fulfill regular basic needs, which is fine, which every woman wants for her son, like a girl who can bring something on the table in the family, especially in US. Like people, like why I don't really on the side girls who come abroad and think that men can provide. You can't provide. You have to have two working. One guy cannot provide you in US. It's so expensive here. Like breeze here expensive. You have to pay for parking, you have to pay for water, for everything, rent, gas, electricity, internet. And I'm like, God, I don't even know. Like these bills, they just keep coming. And this is really hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, American dream, it's like, I don't know, maybe it was somewhere, like before America. What I spotted, it's not really American dream. No, it's like...
Well, it sounds
it's
like
American race on surviving, you know, like marathon,
race.
survive or die.
American race, survivor die.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Hunger Games here. Great.
Hunger Games, yeah.
You know, you're not back with Mike. You know, you guys had that moment, of course, in Single Life this past episode, but you guys are not together. And in the future, maybe if Mike decides to move to Hollywood, you could be remarrying him. But otherwise, we're moving on.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could remarry Mike, honestly. Because at the end of the day, you just don't want to be alone. you just need someone like, to be around.
I think you're going to find somebody that you want to be with and also keeps you company. So I
just feel like,
I think you're on your way.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well let's talk. I mean, one of the things I love about you is you admit on the show you're like, I'm crazy. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think makes you crazy?
Because I speak my opinion and people don't like it sometimes. And because I have my attitude towards everything.
Have you had any regrets? Have you had any scenes where you're like, oh, I guess I was a little too crazy there?
No, I don't.
Really?
Mm-mm.
You regret nothing?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about crazy people, they think they're fine, like it's you suffer. I'm totally fine with me, like I don't have problems.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I'm in general a very happy person. Just probably my people who surround me, they kind of suffer. So you have to ask them, like, how it is to be next to me.
Do you watch yourself on TV?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
You do. And when you watch, do you enjoy watching yourself? Or are you like, oh, I look good there. I don't like that. What do you say?
I think like I'm real. I don't always like myself on camera. But I feel like with me, there is nothing like, oh, this camera has to go right now. This is not the right moment. My face is not the right angle. Or like we're talking something like really, really like private. So we have to go. No, with me, I was like, guys, this is the moment. Come. And you understand? Like I'm totally opposite. There is nothing I can hide behind the door.
Yeah.
I always like give it openly. And I think it makes story captivating and interesting to follow because I'm just a regular person who actually follows the rule of the show, showing my life, honestly telling how it is, my feelings. So actually camera became actually not something like can show me negative or crazy or whatever. It became one of my actually best friends. I know it sounds strange.
No, I don't.
Camera is my best friend because I always tell honestly to camera how I feel. So practically, I do understand that there are millions of audience and people behind this camera, but in my situation, camera is my friend. I just honestly, like my psychoanalytic, I always tell how I feel to my camera.
You love it.
Yeah.
Is there any downside to it though? I mean, do you feel like you've been on TV for 3 years, unbelievable career of staying on reality
Thank
television.
you so much.
You really should give yourself a lot more credit. I mean, it's very hard to do that. But does anything bother you? I mean, because what I said to you is what I'm so drawn to. I'm drawn to people that are polar. I love people that live their lives and they don't give a fuck what people think about them. Do you care what people think about you?
I think it affects me a little bit because when I started to get to agencies and try to represent myself, I think the cliche I have for the show, it actually hurts me than benefits me because the fame is really controversial, I must say. And it's actually no one's fault but me, But sometimes people don't want you to be so revealing. They want you to be more professional, more responsible. Because working in this industry, it's not like making drama all the time. It's being reliable and being trust too. So if, for example, people think that they cannot trust me in certain ways or I cannot fulfill their expectation about work, they don't hire me.
I
because
got it.
Before you do drama, you have to actually do a lot of work. You understand? So when people think you have a talent on crying on camera it's not really like that. I think people who really make it in LA, they hard working titanius who constantly improve themselves and being reliable. Because it's not just,
So what
it
you're
takes much
saying,
more than just crying on camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
So, yeah.
So you're saying it's hard because you want to be an actress. You're here in LA to be an actress, a model. But when people probably Google you that are getting ready to...
Yeah, can she represent our agency? We don't know, what is she in real life? You understand?
Yes. Yeah. Have any managers or people said that to you? We want to hire you, but we're worried.
Well, honestly, it was really hard for me because I recognizable a lot. And usually when you have an interview, like what interviews I had, it was mostly Zoom meetings with other people also, like, yes. So I had like only a few amount of time to represent myself, and I felt like cliche still coming on me. So that's how I came out with the idea Josh helping me with work. Yeah, so he kind of found for me an agent.